So I saw this story the other day about Anya Culling, and I wanted to share it real quick. In 2019, Anya ran the London Marathon in a time of 4 hours and 34 minutes. In 2022, she ran the marathon in 2 hours and 36 minutes. In 2024, she was invited to run the London Marathon as part of the elite women, the very best runners in the world, and she finished 16th. Now, Anya is amazing, her story is amazing, and lots of people will hear this story, which has been going viral, and will be inspired. But for everyone who hears her story and is inspired, there will be tons of people who hear this story and go, "That's amazing, but I couldn't do that." Or even worse, "That's amazing," and have no thought process whatsoever that they could do something similar. That's because the crescendo of Anya's story is about an elite marathon runner finishing 16th among the best athletes in the world. It's too far removed from the rest of us. We think it's impossibly difficult, and whilst we're amazed and hugely impressed by what Anya's done, there's a part of ourselves, a part of our brains that kind of almost goes, that's a different world. It's so far removed from what we could do that we can't even imagine it. This thought process, or rather a lack of a thought process, is what stops so many people doing the things that they wish they could do, living out their dreams and going after their goals. Let's say that you see somebody doing something that you think is cool. A business running a marathon, learning a language, doing something new and exciting. Anything, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just anything that you think is cool, anything that you look at and think, wow, that's amazing. Lots of people see stuff like that and they think, yeah, that's cool, that's amazing, that's impressive, good for them. What they don't think is, I wonder what the first step was. I would like to do that. What's the first step for me to do something like that? If you want to do things in life, you have to take action. You have to think about what those things are you want to do. If you're inspired by somebody, then try and actually follow their steps and do something like they did. The truth is that we only get one go at life, and you have to really ask yourself, what are the things that you want to do with your go? The key to doing anything is to bring the very first point, the very starting point, back down to earth. So let's go back to Anya and her incredible elite marathon running. That isn't where she started. She didn't start by running marathons. She didn't start by running 10Ks. She didn't even start by running 1Ks. She started by putting on a pair of trainers and doing up the laces. That was the first step. That was the very first thing that she did. And everyone who's ever ran a marathon started in the exact same way. You put on some trainers, you do up the laces, you walk to the door, you go out the door, and you walk or you jog lightly up the road that you live on. That's it. That's step one. If you want to be a marathon runner, that's the first thing that you do. You forget marathons. Don't worry about marathons, London marathons, 10Ks, 5Ks. You just start small. You start with the easiest thing. You start with the thing with the least obstacles, and you just go one stage after another. And if you want to start a business or learn a language or climb a mountain or do any one of a million other things that you could do, that's where you start. You start by tying up your laces. I hope that helps. I'll see you next time. Thanks.